can say, I decide, you have no free will, I am God of my reality. But in here, if you think, I need to fix everything because I'm wrong, you'll be doing the onion layers like it's a job. I have no free, you have no free will, I am God of my reality. You only think what I think. Blah, 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 blah. Technique. Script. Think. Look. Check. Instead of just being. All right, let's do a Loz lesson suggestion about not pushing and making things happen in your 3D and just allowing things to unfold when you're manifesting. I'll read it out because it's to do with my podcast, which is right now being televised inside my squad. If you want to take part in it, guys, and be coached by me on the Loz Line podcast, come and join the squad. But you can also watch the episodes in the squad. And in one of the recent episodes, I spoke about the fact that the person in the episode was doing too much to make the manifestation happen. So this is what someone has said. I'll pick up on the topic from the latest really inspiring Loz Line podcast. Could you go more into depth about being controlling / trying to fix everything with the law instead of leaning back and being in the knowing? Now, in the podcast, the person wasn't necessarily messing with the 3D. What they were doing was too many techniques, too many things to make their manifestation come about. That's what they're talking about. Trying to fix everything and control every little thing. And what I spoke about in that podcast was some of you find the idea of manifestation so heartening and so relieving when you're a control freak, when you're a person who feels they need to fix things, because you feel like you're actually manipulating your 3D and making people do things and changing them. When you really get this, you understand you're not manipulating anything, you're not changing anybody. But when you first learn this, you think you are. So the idea of doing things to make things happen is really, really appealing to you in the manifestation world. You think, oh my God, I can make things happen. Great. I won't feel this sense of anxiety anymore. I won't feel like I'm out of control anymore. I can make it controlled. Fantastic. That's where you're going wrong, because then what you're doing is you're overdoing all the doing. You're either manipulating the 3D and trying to make things happen out here, like having talks, doing things, pushing things, looking for signs, looking for movement, constantly going from coach to coach to get answers, constantly trying every new thing that you discover in the manifestation community, just the latest fandangled technique. Or you're actually overdoing the thinking and the doing and the analyzing of everything you're currently thinking. So it's either two things. You're either overdoing it in the 3D or overdoing the techniques and the got to change my thinking. You analyze every little thought. You try and flip every thought, which, by the way, if anyone's watching me, I never have taught that, okay? To be paranoid about every thought. If anyone thinks that's what I'm teaching you, that is not what I'm teaching you, okay? There's a difference between standing outside yourself and being an observer of your state of being and flipping every little thought. I have never, in the history of time, told anybody to flip every single thought they have in their brain. That would be ridiculous and psychotic. So anyone who thinks that's what I'm teaching hasn't listened. Now, these are two sides of the same coin. The person who messes with the 3D and the person who does too much, okay? You guys have to find a happy middle, okay? Like the edge of the coin, the middle of the coin, which is just being, okay? And that doesn't mean not thinking differently. That doesn't mean not changing your state. But I don't want you to change your state and think differently in a psychotic or paranoid way, in a robotic affirming way, in a I must do this all day long or my manifestation won't come way. I have to try every new technique, or this didn't work, maybe this will work way. Now that's why so many of you get butthurt when I say don't bother robotic affirming, because literally how long can you sustain that for? And anyone who's going to comment and say it worked for me, good on you, darling. Try that till you're 80 and get back to me, okay? What I'm trying to teach you is the ease of this, the naturalness of this, the being different of this. Now, having said that, I have a lot of videos lately where I'm talking about just deciding that you're God and just decide you're in the knowing and just decide the outcome without having to change yourself constantly. Now, I was just speaking to Marianne, one of our wonderful mentors in our group, and we were just having a discussion about it. She said, Loz, yes, you've been saying that a lot lately, and you've said a lot before, but people are only really hearing it lately in a lot of videos. But can they do it? That's the thing. And this is what we were both talking about. So many of you would like to have an argument with us and say, but your latest video said I can just decide. Yes, but can you, darling? Can you? Or are you going to, while you're just deciding you're God and while you're just deciding they've changed and while you've just decided your reality is different, still be thinking all the old shit? Still be in the same old self-concept you were before? That's what so many of you don't really get. When I'm saying all these things, when I'm teaching you to just be, how many of you can just be different? How many of you can just decide? There's something on my face that's driving me crazy. How many of you can just decide? Very few of you. And I'm really sorry to say that. It's like I'm shitting on you and saying you can't do this properly. Now, those of you who hear me and get despondent when I say things like that or think I'd rather watch a coach who tells me I can do it, you're seeking for constant positivity validation. Now, go ahead if it makes you feel better. But I'm like Neville. I digress. I'm like Abdullah. I will slam the door in your face until you get it. So when Neville was trying to learn this, and Abdullah was trying to teach him the law, when Neville kept saying, yes, but it hasn't changed, but I'm looking at, he just kept slamming the door in his face until he got it. He said, you went to Barbados and you went first class. And he closed the door when Neville was trying to go back to Barbados and couldn't get a ticket and couldn't find a first class seat. He just kept saying, imagine you're there and you'll be there. And he didn't get it. I am like that. Neville probably found Abdullah really hard to take at first. Some of you find me really hard to take at first, but eventually Neville got it. Eventually he listened to Abdullah. Eventually the penny dropped. I am slamming the door constantly in your face because when I say things like just decide, I'm also saying, but have you yet changed so that you can step into the state of the person who is God of their reality? Have you yet got rid of all the old fears so you can sit in the knowing and allow things to just unfold in front of you? I don't really like that expression, but can you? And if you are brutally honest with yourselves, the majority of you will say no. And that is why you're in the position that this person on our podcast was in, where they were doing too much to make things happen. Not in the 3D, but in the technique way. They were affirming, they were visualizing, they were scripting, they were changing their affirmations, they were very aware of their thoughts, they were flipping their thoughts, they were very conscious of their thoughts as like an A-type personality who thinks that they do things wrong. So even when they were doing it right, they were assuming it might be wrong. Even when they were doing things they thought they needed to do more. Even when they thought they had their brain under control, they thought they needed to control it more. All because of their self-concept of feeling what? Wrong. Feeling like what? They need to fix things. Feeling like what? Things are out of control, so they must control. So do you guys understand? If you don't fix the core of the onion, all the layers that you're doing of the onion on the outside won't matter. You can say, I decide, you have no free will, I am God of my reality. But in here, if you think, I need to fix everything because I'm wrong, you'll be doing the onion layers like it's a job. I have no free, you have no free will, I am God of my reality. You only think what I think. Blah, 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 blah. Technique. Script. Think. Look. Check. Instead of just being. If you can peel back all the layers of the onion and just be the core of the onion, just be, great. But how many of you are just at the core of the onion stage? How many of you don't need all these cozy layers of techniques in order to feel better? In order to feel like your reality isn't out of control? In order to feel like you are able to control it? To feel like, in a way, you're manipulating it even though this isn't manipulation? How many of you are still at that stage? If you're still at that stage and you're still, wait for it, either doing that or watching a lot of content and watching a lot of different coaches and trying a lot of different things, you need to listen harder. Because that's about your concept of yourself needing to fix, concept of yourself needing to control, concept of yourself assuming that you're not getting what you want, your concept of yourself that this may not be working. Are you guys getting this? Even when I say, are you guys getting this? Some of you are like, of course I'm getting it. In the comments, I'm like, hello, crazy. It's just a question. No need to react. Your reaction in itself is telling you you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't react like that. You'd be like the people who do get it, go, I finally got it, Loz, yes. Proud of myself. Not, I'm doing everything. I really am. How dare you say I'm not getting it? How dare you? How dare you? If you're doing how dare you comments, I ask you, are you feeling okay? Before you pick up the phone, before you use your little bitty fingers, think. The very nature of a reaction would indicate, I don't get this. That I'm creating the very thing I'm reacting to that's really making me butthurt right now. I did that. Oh, so if I created the thing that's making me so triggered right now, and then I make a comment about my triggeredness and about the thing that's triggered me, which I caused, does that mean I haven't really got any of this yet? You think? Guys, look. I know I have courses. I know I have techniques that I give you. I know I have ways of changing you that I give you. However, you do not need to throw everything in the kitchen sink in order to get this, in order to change your reality, in order to become the God of your reality who gets the outcome you want. You are already God of your reality, but most of you are getting a reality you don't want because you are blissfully unaware that you're God of your reality or how you're God of your reality. Okay? And what Marianne and I were talking about today was my constant reminder that you are the only cause. My constant slam in the face, Abdullah style, saying, are you getting it? No, well, come back when you've learned, is sometimes anathema to a lot of you because you want to hear the toxic positivity. You can do this. They have no free will. Manifestation's easy. Doesn't matter what you do, you can't fuck this up. Bing. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking Tinkerbell coach. You can fuck this up. You are fucking it up. That's why it's not here. Doesn't matter what you do, you can't fuck. They're fucking it up right now, love. That's why they don't have their manifestation. What do you mean? Oh, I just say that because people love the Tinkerbell teachings. People love the toxic positivity. They come back to my page because I just make them feel all warm and fuzzy inside, even though I don't have my real manifestation and I'm fake as fuck. Go and watch the fake as fuck coaches, guys, who are profiting off your need for toxic positivity and reassurance constantly. Then come back to me when you still haven't got your manifestation listening to that bitch, and then come back to me and I'll slam the door in your face, Abdullah style, until you fucking get it like Neville did. Multiple techniques not required. However, if you can't just be in the knowing and you can't just understand your God and you can't think that out here has no free will, then you may need what I am giving you technique-wise to help you to get to that fucking point. That's why I have fucking courses. Why do you have courses then, Loz, if you can just decide? Can you fucking just decide? Triggered commenter number 245. Oh, no, I haven't just decided. Well, then, fuck me. Maybe that's why I wrote a course for you. Fuck. Why are you getting so angry? Because it takes a lot out of me to repeat myself for 4 fucking years. And the rest, 5 years. And you wonder why I'm yelling, I am trying to shake you. I am trying to slam the door in your face. Oh. So if you're a guy like Abdullah and you slam the door in my face, I wouldn't react so much. Maybe it's because you're female and you yell. Maybe, I don't know. That's an assumption. I don't know why you guys get shitty with me yelling. I've fucking no idea. Get over it. Don't listen to me then. I don't know. Go and listen to Toxic Positivity Coach number 254 and then come back when you want to learn. Okay? I'm saying this because this is fucking easy when you get it. Even I forget to get it sometimes. Even I react to the 3D. Even I have to remind myself that people have no free will. Even I have to say, hang on, Loz, you caused that. So if I still have to do that at this stage, then I assume, and I'd love to assume you don't, but I assume you guys are at that stage too. And that's okay. Everyone's at different stages of learning. So some people might need heaps of techniques right now. Some people might need to dive deep into their core self-concept shit to understand why they're thinking the way they are. And some people are at the, I'm God and I need to do nothing stage. We're all at different stages, guys, and that's absolutely fine. I don't want you to beat yourself up watching this video saying, oh, but I've done her courses and I still don't have what I want. I must be doing it wrong. That's not the point of this video. The point is, ask yourself if you feel like you're doing it wrong, if you still need to work on feeling like you do things wrong. If you're upset that it's still not here, do you still have a story that the reality outside of you has its own free will to not show up for you yet? If you're thinking they're making their own decisions, have you analysed the fact that you think they still make their own decisions? I want you guys to be observers and doers. As Neville used to say, be a doer, not a listener only. But when you are a doer, there isn't any need to overdo if you are an overdoer. Let me say that again. If you're a person who overthinks, if you're a person who overdoes things, if you're a type A, if you're controlling, if you freak out, if you get anxious, it's up to you to decipher whether what you're doing to counteract all that, what you're doing to counteract all that is helpful to you or actually making it worse, because the amount of techniques you're doing and the amount of new thinking you're doing and the amount of flipping of thoughts you're doing and the amount of affirming you're doing is actually making you feel kind of paranoid. Only you can decide, right? What's this? Look at what the giggles have shared. What's this? Let me look. Wow, congrats. What's happened? Giggles, I did your course, moved in with SP, got pregnant after 23 years, got engaged and had a beautiful baby. Oh, my darling, how wonderful. I missed it completely because I was ranting. Oh, congratulations, darling. What course? What course did you do? How wonderful. That's my dream. Holy shit. Yes, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, darling. What course are you talking about? Oh, how lovely. So, guys, yes, some of you do need my courses because they work. Amazing. Yes. So tell us what course it was. I mean, it could be any of them. Now, guys, if you do need help with my courses, I have a whole course library. It goes from a kick-ass you, my very first self-concept course, all the way to my most recent course, which will be coming out soon, called They Are Your Puppets. Not out yet. So the most recent ones out will be like Change the Past, all those other ones. My SP tried to break up with me today. I literally told him to. I told him, no, you love me and this isn't over. All right, Charlize. Well, we're doing it in our minds, but okay. He's married. Does that matter? When I say circumstances don't matter, is him being married a circumstance? Does that matter? There's the answer to your question. Giggles, tell us what course you did. I can't see it. All right, guys, are you getting this? I know when I say that. Some of you want to commit hurry on yourselves. I am getting it. Ask yourself if you just had that reaction the first time I said, are you getting it? I'm look for the name, as it was a while ago. Give me a sec. Oh, you're looking for the name of the course. You don't need to overdo this, guys, but some of you do need more help than others. Some of you do, I'm really sorry, need my courses. Like a Kick-Ass You if you really don't understand self-concept at all. Or like Worthy as Fuck for Love if you want to assess your love patterns and what you think of love and what you keep doing in relationships. Some of you may need Fuck the 3D if you don't understand this, that they have no free will. Some of you may want to go and revise your past and need to change the past. I don't know what your particular circumstances are that are causing you to not get your manifestation in your own mind. I don't know. Only you know that. So only you know what would suit you best. So make sure when you read the course descriptions, you see if that will suit you, that course. Other than that, you can just come into my squad, my monthly coaching group for accountability and training and help. And be on the Lozline podcast if you want. Now, we've just put out a post in the Lozline about the Lozline podcast inside the squad saying you no longer need to be on screen. So I know a lot of you didn't volunteer to be on the podcast because you didn't want your face on there and your name. Now we're saying, you know what, it might be a little bit much to expect everyone to put their faces on there and talk about their issues. And originally I was going to have it as a hotline, like Dave Ramsey, call-in show. So now we're going back to the call-in idea because I don't want you guys to feel like you can't come and get the one-to-one coaching with me for free on the Lozline podcast just because you don't want your face out there. I understand that. As a private person who does not talk about their private life on here, I can understand that. And that shits you immensely, a lot of you, that I don't talk about my love life, etc. I'm sorry. I never will. Okay? I'm a bit Erica Jane like that. If any of you watch The Housewives. I don't talk about shit. Yes, I want to be on the hotline. Wonderful! So guys, come and join the squad. The post is in there right now. There's 2 posts asking for your name and the reason why you want to be on the podcast. Give your name and your reasoning as to why. Then you fill out a form with all of your details about what you're trying to manifest, about your childhood, about what courses of mine you've done, about what scores you got in the assessment, about what you're currently doing. So I have some fodder to go off so I can really dive deep into your issues on the Lozline so I don't keep asking you just general questions at the start and waste time. Okay? Loz, did you find the episode on YouTube TV? What are you talking about, Liz? What episode? All right, guys, so come and join the Lozline podcast inside my squad. It's a monthly coaching group in Facebook. It is only $50 a month to join, or $35 if you join for the year, $35 a month, which I highly recommend because you get my New Me, New Them yearly course. You get the coaching library, which is over 400 videos. It'll be very, very hard to watch them all in 1 month. And also you can take part in the Lozline podcast and watch the episodes back, which right now are only in the squad. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. Don't overdo it. Step into the state of being your God self. If you can't, though, and you need help, don't beat yourself up and come and get all the help you need from me. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Oh, what was the course that she found it? I did Make Them Obsessed mini course. Oh, you did Make Them Obsessed. Wonderful. I'll put Make Them Obsessed here, guys. Make Them Obsessed. Now she's pregnant, got her SP. What was the other one? Make Them Obsessed and Lois, you are amazing. Yes, I'm a squatty. Oh, wonderful, Victoria. What else did you do, Giggles? What was the other course? Oh, for the housewives. No, I'm watching Bravo. Oh, we don't know what the other course was. Could have been any of them. All right, guys, make sure you come and join us in the squad. If you need any of my courses, there is a whole section there. There are so many, from money to business to finding a new specific person, manifest new love, to really analysing your deep self-concept issues with my assessment courses, Kick-Ass You and Worthy as Fuck for Love. Plus, there's also things like Happily Ever After, my marriage course, and so many more. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you soon. Bye, guys.